prepared to be amazed. Are you ready?
Fifth time's a charm, right?
Hey, I got it this time. Don't you worry.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Is this your card?
No.
That's cool. That's cool. This is your card, right?
No.
It's fine. It's fine. I got it this time. Any of these your card?
No. God, you're awful at this. Hey.
Die.
Doing?
I'm killing you. Die.
Oh, loser.
Hey! Jerk. Hi, and welcome to another episode of PopFX, the show where we teach you how to create some of the most popular digital effects from your favorite movies, TV shows, and video games. This week, we're taking out the X-Jet to hunt down fans' favorite X-Men character and learning the Gambit card throw. That sucked.
Always play the hand you're dealt.
Now, in essence, in this technique, we're learning how to manipulate a flat 2D object in 3D space. It's not all that difficult to master, though to help I'm going to break this into 3 main steps. How to capture and create perfect images to use, how to build the card in After Effects, and how to animate the cards in 3D space. Step 1. In order for this card throw effect to work, you need high-resolution photos of playing cards that are shaped perfectly flat and keyed out. Now how I did this was use my DSLR camera, put the cards one by one on one of my bright orange shirts, which made it easier to key out, took the picture as level as I could and imported them into my computer. From there I used Photoshop, opened the photos, used ruler guides to find where the cards were gapping or weren't perfectly shaped, and then went to Edit, Transform, Skew, which then allowed me to grab the corners of the image and sort of mold the card to where I needed it to be. Once I had a well-shaped card, I just used the quick selection tool, highlighted all of the orange, and hit delete. And to finish, just be sure you save the card image as a PNG file. This allows the background to stay transparent when you import the files into After Effects. Now, at this point, some of you are climbing the walls, yelling that you don't have some or any of this equipment to do this. Well, being the nice guy that I rarely am, I decided to take the card images and upload them to a Flickr account I just made. So, if you'd like to skip 90% of step 1, all you need to do is hop on Flickr, search the YouTube channel's name, which is FallG51, under People. I'll show up, and the only photos that I have up there now is just the cards. Download them, import them into After Effects, and then the only work you have to do is go to Keying, Color Key, choose this bright uniform white background, and voila, perfectly shaped high-resolution cards. And that brings us over to step 2. Once you have all the cards you need fixed up and ready to go in After Effects, the very first thing you're going to want to do is build the card before you ever dream about animating it. And trust me, I learned this one the hard way. Now, what I mean by building is a card has 2 sides, a front and a back, and so you need to join the 2 together and have them move in space the same way. To do this, take one front and one back card, scale them down. From there, line the cards up on top of one another, turn on their 3D layer options, and then we're going to go to the top view above the cards. Here we can see the cards are occupying the same space. And in order for the viewer to see both a front and a back to the card, there needs to be at least 1 pixel of space between the 2 cards. So we can zoom in real close, choose my back card, and using the blue arrow which says Z, click and move the back card 1 pixel. Let's head over to our active camera, and all that's left for this step is simply parenting the front card to the back card. And by doing this, when we rotate the back card, you can see the front does the same thing. Step 3. Animating the cards is actually very simple once you understand how it all works. When moving an object in 3D space, there are 3 axes, 3 axes plural, and that is the X, Y, and Z axis. X is your horizontal, Y is your vertical, and Z is moving towards and away from you in space. If you can keep that in mind while animating your cards, you'll be golden. So, when you're ready to animate your cards, you will be primarily using the X, Y, and Z rotations and the position. At this point, I really encourage you just to play around with these options and really get a feel for how the cards move. And frankly, when I was first testing this effect out, I quickly pulled a casino table picture off the web and used that as my backdrop to try and see if I could get the card to look like it's laying on the table correctly and animated in that space. That's really all there is to it. Some additional tips I would suggest to you is add as many keyframes as possible to increase movement. You can see here when I raise the card, I also have it float and bob up and down by keyframing the position and animating it along the Y-axis. When throwing the cards at the camera, you can have them appear by using a glowing solid or lens flare on your hand. Then animate the cards forward passing the camera by adjusting the Z-axis position. Looking at the X-Men movie, Gambit's cards only stay visible for 3 or 4 frames once they leave his hand, and since the photos are high resolution, they will hold their clarity as they pass the camera.
God, you're awful at this.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of PopFX. If you have any questions, comments, or requests for future builds, please leave them in the comment section below. Bonus videos I found this week include a behind-the-scenes featurette on the making of Gambit and a tutorial on how to do the one-handed card shuffle. But other than that, guys, I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time.